Claire hadn't slept in days. Not since she opened the encrypted folder hidden deep inside her husband's safe. A folder named simply The Others. Inside weren't financial records or love letters from an affair. They were names. Women. Dozens of them. Each entry was chilling. Birth dates, last known locations, and one haunting final column. Status. Some were marked deceased, others pending. And then she saw her own name. Next to it, resolved. Her blood went cold. This wasn't a list. It was a system, a sequence, like a hitman's ledger or a collector's archive. Each woman was a phase, a step, a trial, and she was next in line until she ran. Claire didn't know where to begin, so she started with one of the GPS coordinates in the files. It led her hours out to a narrow dirt road swallowed by forest. There, behind a rusted hunting gate and a fallen no trespassing sign, she found them. Not just one, not two, but 17 shallow mounds, each marked with makeshift wooden stakes. Some had initials, most had nothing. She fell to her knees. These were graves, unregistered, hidden, women who had simply vanished. She didn't cry. She couldn't. Something inside her shut off. The realization was too vast, too black. Her husband wasn't just hiding a past. He was perfecting a pattern. Every woman had likely thought what she thought, that they were safe, loved, that the man beside them was quiet, maybe a little intense, but harmless. They didn't know, until it was too late. She took photos, dozens. She dug a hole under a mossy rock, stuffed in a burner phone with the files. One copy would be mailed to a detective she found online, another to a local crime reporter. The third she texted directly to him, attached to the photo of one particular grave. She wrote, "Remember her?" She didn't expect a reply, but the next morning, her motel room door was slightly open, not kicked in, not smashed, just ajar. The deadbolt was still locked. There was no sign of forced entry, but her duffel bag sat half unzipped, and the USB drive that had never left her side, gone. On the table, beside her untouched coffee mug, sat a Polaroid. It was old, blurry, but unmistakable. A photo of a grave, her grave, the one he had dug months ago. Only now, it had been unearthed. She stared at the photo. Her throat tightened. The message was clear. He knew. He was watching. And now, he wanted her to know he wasn't done. But Claire wasn't the same woman who fled. She wasn't a victim anymore. She was something else now, because she had seen the graves. She had seen the truth, and she was ready to bury him. Claire followed the last lead hidden in the folder, a password-protected server address buried within an old email archive. When she cracked it, what she found wasn't a list or files. It was a live feed, for screens, for women, each one filmed inside what looked like small, furnished rooms. Windows sealed, clocks removed, cameras hidden in corners. They weren't moving much. They weren't screaming. They just existed, as if they'd already accepted they wouldn't leave. At the bottom of the feed, a date flashed in red. August 9, 2025. 2 days from now. She stared at it for a long time, then noticed something else. In one of the screens, room 3, a woman turned slightly toward the lens, and Claire's heart stopped. It was her, a woman with her exact face. Same eyes, same scar under her chin. She leaned closer, trembling. The woman on screen mouthed something, but the footage had no sound. Claire rewound, slowed it, watched again. Run. She mouthed it again. Run. Claire's breath hitched. The screen glitched for a moment, just long enough for her laptop to freeze. When it reloaded, the feeds were gone, replaced with a new screen. Session ended. Client retrieved. And beneath it, a live map, zooming in on her location. The motel, her room, second floor, end unit. She didn't wait. She grabbed her keys, left everything else behind, and fled barefoot into the dark. The woods behind the motel swallowed her. She didn't stop until sunrise. When she finally reached a ranger station with signal, she called Detective Marie Hall, the one she'd secretly mailed the evidence to days ago. "I think he's coming for me," she whispered. The detective paused, then said something Claire didn't expect. "No, he's not. He's already in custody." Claire blinked. "Your husband," the detective said slowly. "He died 3 years ago. Car crash. Body was identified and buried." Claire stammered, confused. "That's not possible. I've seen him. He's been chasing me." "No," the detective replied. "You've been chased, but not by your husband." Claire's hand trembled as she lowered the phone. Her husband had a brother, a twin, unregistered, off the grid, institutionalized at 13, released at 35. His name was Jonas Cade. And the real Claire, the one on the feed, she was already gone. Claire wasn't Claire, not originally. She was Emily Ross, abducted 2 years earlier and brainwashed into assuming Claire's life after the real one vanished. Groomed, programmed, a replica of the woman Jonas lost. The graves? Real. The list? Real. The husband? Just a man playing God. Over and over again, replacing the ones he buried with someone new. She had been the newest version, until she saw the cracks. Until the truth started leaking through. And now the mask had shattered. Claire, no, Emily, stares into a cracked mirror inside a ranger's bathroom. Blood on her sleeve. A photo still gripped in her hand. The one from the motel room. Her own grave unearthed. She doesn't cry. She doesn't smile. She speaks only 3 words to her reflection.